Are we what? Live?
Yeah. Yes, we are.
I think we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Voidcast. We are going to play some Dungeons and Dragons, and more importantly, have a lot of fun doing it. This will be the 31st episode of the Precipice of Dreams. So if it's your first time here, welcome. And if you've been with us before, welcome back. We really appreciate that all of you are coming along on this adventure with us. So how is everyone doing? Ooh, Esner, thanks for the subscription. Tier 2 subscription.
Thank you
Very
for
much
your continued support, sir.
Yeah. Currently on a 12-month streak. Wow.
Awesome.
Oh, I know it's a sir.
Yeah, we do. But how are you all, fellas?
Doing great.
Great.
Yeah, okay.
How's chat doing? We're not going to wait for your replies because
it's taking too long. There's a delay, or you should type really fast.
But we are interested.
Yeah, we hope you are all doing well. Some of us are as well. So, but some are feeling a bit under the weather, right, Eric?
I'm a bit under the weather.
So you'll role play an excellent Gunther today.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
Quintus might be a bit more of a problem, a challenge.
I'm doing an excellent Gunther.
But I'm pretty sure that as the knight that you are, you will rise to the occasion and defeat this challenge. Overcome this challenge. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure.
Cass is making a Halloween overlay. He's doing good. Making a Halloween overlay. That's awesome.
We're also doing not a Halloween stream. Michel, you want to talk about some stuff?
I want to talk about lots of stuff, as you know, and I can talk
keep it to
the
socials.
Okay. Well, in that case, we have socials.
Okay, Jasper, you want to say something?
So last time I interrupted your introduction. So I closed my mouth with a key, then put it into my stomach, and then shit it out and opened my mouth again. So here I am.
Wow. Pointing out your own mistakes again. Nice. So, but this time you interrupted Michel, though. So
I'm just glad that Nightbot is helping us out by showing where you can find the links to all our social media, which is linktr.ee/voidcastlive. You're watching on Twitch or YouTube. Go hit that subscribe and like button. It really helps us out a lot. For YouTube, it really helps us out as well. If you leave comments on our videos, not only does it help us out, we also really like interacting with every one of you. So please, if you have something to say or add, you thought something was cool, or we made some mistake that you really want to point out, then just go ahead and do it. And we can talk about why it was a mistake and maybe why not.
There's bound to be a lot of those.
I've got something to say.
What?
It's better to burn out than to fade away.
You know, Jasper, you either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Villain. Damn it! How can I screw up that quote?
It might be applicable for you.
Might
not.
Anyway, social media. Other important social media is come join our Discord server. We are slowly getting more interaction there, and that's also great. We drop our latest news there. You can always find our latest clips. There's also people playing games in one of our chat channels, and it's just a fun place to hang out. And lastly, I think it's important to remind people that we have an Instagram account, and there we drop our latest news and a lot of clips for our videos and the latest artwork of Eric. So
And if you want to clip anything during this show, just do it, because we love those clips.
Yes. Oh, definitely.
Lip it.
Yes. We love clips.
Clip it.
Lip it
Clip
good.
it. Clip it.
Clip
If you
it,
want, we
clip
can also
it.
drop skin flakes to clip. But
Oh,
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, let's talk about that for just a tiny second. Because we've been doing some awesome one-shots, and our latest one-shot was last week, where we played Vampire the Masquerade with our friend from Top Down Tabletop and Ashley Gibson, who you might know from being British. And it was an amazing episode, and it will drop later this week on YouTube. Got all the editing done, and it's ready to go. We just need to find a nice time where we're not streaming, so you can enjoy it on YouTube. New and improved with mastered audio and added sound, music by Tabletop Audio, which is great.
Nice.
And next week, for parallel projections, we're not playing Vampire the Masquerade, but we might be playing Dust City Outlaws again, which is awesome. And then 2 weeks later, we'll be playing Call of Cthulhu. I think that's it for my announcements. I throw it to Jasper.
Yeah, so tomorrow there's another Jasper's Laboratory. What? Another
You threw it the wrong way.
another Jasper's Laboratory. Maybe that might be fun as well. No, but it's a laboratory. And we'll be discussing an escape scenario where you also implicate some things that might be happening, where we are also foreshadowing some endgame stuff. So how do you combine a seemingly harmless escape with foreshadowing endgame stuff? So that's what I'm going to do on that show. And then next week, we still haven't decided what we're going to do, because there were these two options that we had during the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Where one was the about different styles of dungeon mastering, and the other was a more normal question that could be answered by our viewers. And one we wanted to do with Roger, the dungeon master thing, and the other thing we wanted to do with Michel, because now I'm getting confused. Roger would have been my next guest, but then that wouldn't have been the topic. So then we would have,
Unless you change the topic.
unless we change the topic, or we shift the topic one session, so we can also maybe invite another dungeon master to the show. So that's still a bit up in the air, and I'll come back to that later. So that's it for me, I think.
very awesome.
Nice.
All right. That was a clear
Complicated.
answer.
Yeah, that was a lot of nonsense, but we appreciate it.
No, I think that made sense.
It made sense.
It did.
In a roundabout way.
Yeah, exactly. No, but the DM question is better suited for when I'm on the show. At least I would very much like to be on that show answering that particular
Yeah,
question.
you preferred your Michel is a dungeon master as well, but you said you really wanted to join that one. So I'll take that very much into consideration. But
Well, it's something we've both talked about to each other a lot before. Yeah.
So we'll get into that later. Yeah.
You can also make it a triple show.
Wow. Both me and Michel there.
And the Dungeon Master guests from somewhere.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Jin making it even more complicated.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah.
Well, let's think and talk about it.
Okay, yeah. But so, look at our socials or Discord, and maybe we'll let you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Next
Or
week
maybe
on the
not.
Tuesday, or maybe not, because
Things
In that case, just tune
Things
in
will
on
happen
Tuesday
anyway,
and
yeah.
let you be surprise
yeah, it's going to be a surprise. That's surprise show. I think that's everything, right? Do the other ones want to say something? No, great. Then we'll go into the intro. See you in a bit. And we're back. Jasper?
Okay. I prepared for this like quarter of an hour ago. I try to remember the before times. It seems like ages ago, and yet those formative years that seem to stretch on for ages are just a footnote in the history of everything. I speak with the clarity of knowledge, the knowing of the passing of time, as I tell you this. We have not reached Brentwick yet. Let that knowledge seep into your brains for a while. How can a journey of mere days become the focus of more than a year's work? How did we get here? Why am I talking into a microphone while everything makes sense only from a Chewbacca perspective? Who can tell? Luckily for Bowen, it has only been a couple of days. He knows he's missing time and his friends talk about the other Bowen who is way more cool. But he doesn't care. He can cook for Solwing, he can admire Audley's neck for negating the obvious, he can mourn silly Thomas with Gunter, and he can talk about Aedon with the zealot Quintus. Now they have left the latest town in a short line of towns, and after some good conversations where no beans were spilled, they came upon a farmer whose wife was being kidnapped. They did and did not aid him and got into a fight with moral implications. Thing is, they were baddies, so they had to die, but they did not know this when they were attacked, and that makes it complicated. Question is, who? No, why are there followers of the dark entity named O'Cool here? Are they after Bowen and his friends? This session might bring us answers. We might know what is happening in a year or so. But who cares? We are having fun playing D&D.
Awesome.
That's it.
Awesome.
Nice.
This was the most meta summary yet, but I can't dig it. Very nice. Very nice summary, not only of the adventure, but almost of the channel.
Yeah.
And your life. I mean, during those formative years.
Yeah. There are a lot of formative years, like 38 or something.
Just a single question before we start off. If we don't follow O'Cool, are we uncool then? Something to think about.
Skipping over that. What I missed was setting the stage. What's happening right now?
Oh, okay. So now we just downed our opponents and we are looking across the field. As we all reflect on the things that have just happened, some emotions are running deep, some emotions are running high, and we have to deal with these situations. With those.
Yeah, okay, so it's become clear that you didn't remember what I said last on the last session. When I said, remember this.
Oh. I guess not then.
No. Okay, so as the violent dies, he falls to the ground and his body begins to sag and becomes more and more fluid. A puddle of flesh it's initially, but then it becomes more slimy and it sinks into the ground, leaving a bit of
Wood.
purplish grass there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
So that you mention it.
we've seen this before.
Yes.
You did.
Quintus,
Yes.
can you fix this?
I will certainly try, he says. And he walks over to his character sheet and sees and takes a look if he can find a cure for this wound.
A character sheet. Why is it on a character sheet? Just do it, man.
Yeah, Quintus walks over to the wound, not wasting any moment, and he remembers the words that Celia Bryn. He remembers he tries to remember the prayer that Celia Bryn and Cormar told him, or learned him. And he lays his hands upon the wound and he begins chanting.
You're sticking your hands right in there.
No, laying it not on top of it, but just hovering over it.
Hey, I don't know how this works.
I take a careful look on how he's doing this because I want to be able to replicate this kind of stuff.
I say,
Well, what did Celia Bryn tell you exactly?
damn it. So you did not act it out last time, right?
Me?
No.
I did. Yeah.
Damn it to hell, I should have rewatched that episode. So I'm going to screw it up right now.
No, it's what she did explain to you is that it's more than a prayer.
Mm.
You really have to put your soul into it and use your soul as a conduit to cleanse the corruption from the land.
Okay. So
So any prayer to Aedon might work, but you need his blessing, his power.
I say, Holy Aedon, protect me from evil, as I try to protect this land from evil. I will cleanse this wound from this world in your holy name, to prevent others from entering it. Blessed be Holy Aedon in his holy light. And, destroy evil. Destroy all evil.
And then?
I open my soul and try to use it as a conduit, not having done this by myself
Ever before.
before.
Yeah. Do you actually put your hands into the corruption?
If I don't feel anything working by hovering over it, I will put my hands into the
You
corruption.
feel feel Aedon's power rise up against you as you as you often have felt before, but not in. It's summoning the power is not that difficult for you. I mean, you know how to do this, but channeling it in the correct way is something new. I mean, you usually use his power to smite your enemies, and not cleanse or purify the land. I mean, you know how to cure some wounds with the power.
Mm-hmm. So, I try to channel my energy towards healing and not and drawing out a wound as I would with with someone else, with a human.
With an actual wound, yeah.
Yeah.
So you gather that power up in your hands, and the onlookers can see them starting to glow with this yellowish light. Quite different from the one that Solwing has, actually.
Yeah, much better.
It's brighter in a way, less fiery, and more holy.
Yeah.
And then you plunge your hands into the ground, and you can, as soon as your hands touch it, you can feel the corruption recede somewhat from your hands, like it's being scared away. But then you feel resistance coming up, and I would like you to make a charisma check.
Well, I am very charismatic, so that wouldn't be a problem.
I'm looking at this, and am I seeing the struggle?
No, I don't know. That depends on his role.
18 plus just basic charisma. That's 21 in total.
Charisma save.
Oh, charisma save. Sorry.
No, just charisma check.
Oh, okay.
Charisma check. It's a 21.
Well, you don't see him struggle at all as he plunges his hands down. There goes this ripple of light goes through the floor. You can even see some light shine out through cracks that have started to appear into the ground. Mm-hmm. But this initial burst is not enough, because the light quickly dies down, and the corruption starts to grow back.
I land next to him and I say, "Are you channeling your inner power? Are you using your key?"
I am
Not sure he can understand you right
I'm
now.
not registering anyone in my environment. I'm trying my best to draw out the blood, but it seems like I can't do this on my own. I think.
I can see that there's actually light coming from him, right?
Yeah, from his hands.
Can I pour in?
I look at Oddleaf and I say, "Should I try to?" And I start blowing my hands already a little bit.
I have no idea. I mean, I would assume that maybe the process is different, but the power that is within you might be able to maybe burn out the wound. But I don't know how well it would mix with the other.
What do you want to do, Bowen?
Well, when he's apparently, if he's struggling at that point, I gently put my hand on his shoulder and try to start mumbling a prayer and close my eyes and try to send in some positive energy towards him.
Positive energy, that's very 3rd edition.
Yeah.
No, just positive.
Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. Not radiant energy, no. Quintus is kind of locked in a battle within himself and the ground. So I would like to hear another charisma check.
Like one. That's 12 plus 3, that's 15 total.
15. That's not enough.
Whoa.
The purple stuff comes creeping up, and you can even see it start creeping up your fingertips now. They're turning purple as well.
As I see that happening, I say, "Well, here goes nothing," and I immediately also put my talents in the ground and try to channel all the sun power that I feel inside me in my hands to keep the corruption away and just see if this works.
Okay, make a charisma check.
I'm so good at charisma. This is going to be awesome.
Next time we'll be playing
Soulwing, you can do it. Soulwing, you can do this. Burn out this
It's only
unholy energy, and I give you bardic inspiration.
Ooh, I use it immediately. Oh, that's nice. Then the total becomes 17.
17.
Yeah, which is for me pretty well, actually.
As soon as you touch the ground and your talons lock into the dirt, you start channeling your solar energy into it, and but something immediately attacks you. Like, not physically, but mentally. And you see these flashes, almost vision-like, of the moon. And at some point,
mirror.
you see the face of Harbinger staring straight at you with his white eyes, and he's grinning as birds do.
Yep, they do.
Yeah.
They enjoy it a lot. Well, actually, seeing him makes me more motivated. So, just
you press on.
Well, I'm definitely.
I'm now putting my hands on both of their shoulders, and really try to start sending some divine energy into their bodies to aid them.
You want to join in too, Oddleaf, or no?
Yeah, I've been planning. I've just been waiting on the moment.
No, yeah. Maybe it's not there yet.
I just want to.
For me,
you see that Solwing is starting to rack with pain actually. And Solving, you take 3 necrotic damage.
What was it? There we go.
Okay.
Taken.
And you start to hear whispers. You can't discern them, but because there are so many of them. Like this whole chorus of whispers trying to get your attention.
But I'm still seeing Harbinger's face, right?
No. You only see flashes. It's between nothingness and the moon and Harbinger's face and these tentacled worlds that you've seen when you were somewhere else. Stuff of nightmares.
Okay. Can I respond to this attack? It's also attacking me, so...
No, you have no idea that Solwing's doing this.
Okay, but can I respond to the fact
Your
that-
own.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Can I use my channel divinity and an abjure enemy?
Well, let's use your channel divinity. That seems like a smart idea.
So I use my channel divinity and I try to exercise this foul fiend that's trying to take hold of me, and I say, I draw you as poison from a wound in the name of Holy Aedon. I try to retract one of my hands, if that's possible.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I will literally smite the floor with my fist.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah. So at that point, as your fist connects with ground, there's this explosion of light. Like you are at the epicenter, and there's just this wave of light going out from you and straight into the sky, like this huge sky beam. Except it's a ground beam. But Solwing is blown backwards.
Yeah, I was
Like,
just going to say I'm going to fall behind, like that.
Yeah, but Oddleaf, for instance, is just standing there as a spectator, and the wave of light washes over her, but there's no pressure or anything. But for you, you're actually being blown away. Like the ground is rejecting you and makes you recoil, and you fly backwards. Bowen, you feel this sudden surge of energy go through Quintus. You lose grip of Solwing as he's being flown away, but you still have your hand on Quintus' shoulder. But Quintus, on your other shoulder, you also feel a hand. No time to look at it.
No. Do I see the fingers of the hand on my shoulder?
Yes, there. Okay, I'll give you that. It's like a white gauntlet, where the links in the finger are lined with gold. Bowen, you don't see anyone. Oddleaf, however, sees someone standing on the other side of Quintus.
Okay. What do I see?
A humanoid. Most likely female, if you had to guess. Wearing a full plate armor, completely white. And she has this, all her, the armor has golden accents all over. A bit like the Black Swordsman had in the previous combat, but completely inverted. She wears a long coat with a hooded mantle. The long coat doesn't have any sleeves, and at the bottom it becomes wider in an array of feathers. These golden feathers that almost touch the ground. She doesn't wear a helmet beneath the cowl she's wearing. Instead, she has a mask on her face, and the mask is that of a woman. It looks like a statue, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Except the eyes are hollow, and inside you see nothing but blackness. And her shoulders are also made of feathers, a bit like yours, except that these are golden as well. And she is on her chest, like up here. She wears an Aedon symbol, except that it's slightly distorted in the way that the topmost point of the eight-pointed or Aedon star is much longer than all the others.
Wow, this is the best.
And the eye in the middle doesn't have that swirly, but is an opened eye. It's not a slitted eye, but it's a wide eye.
Oh man, I can't wait to draw this.
And she seems to be infusing Quintus with some power.
Well, I mean, I'm just staring it in amazement at this, and just bear witness to what's happening in front of me. Yeah, I'm not reacting. Maybe I just whisper something like, "What are you?" As that resembles the thoughts that I have.
Do I hear her whispering that?
You hear Oddleaf whispering that, yeah.
So I said, what? Sorry?
The woman looks at you, and suddenly the blackness of her eyes shines with a golden light. And for a second, you almost think the mask changed for a flash into an angered face. It looks completely stoic normally, but in a flash you see this malevolent stare aimed towards you.
A weeping angel, don't blink.
Yeah, a bit like a weeping angel. Yeah, that's a good example. Except that in the next blink, her face is completely stoic again, and you hear this, this echoing voice in tongues say to you, "Temperance, salvation." And then she disappears, and the whole light show ends with Quintus feeling, like Eric's feeling. He falls to the ground. He's completely exhausted, and Solwing lies a couple of yards further away.
Out loud. I'm feeling terrible, but I'm having a glorious moment of laughter.
You're laughing?
Yeah, I'm on my back, and you hear me laughing. Like,
Okay, then I'm not going to immediately run to you because you seem to be fine. As far as
I'm not.
Quintus, however, so he collapses to the floor. Do I see any physical except of being tired? Do I see anything else like
corruption?
On Quintus, no, his hands are, or at least his gauntlets are completely cleared. There is a handprint burned into his left shoulder, though. Assuming that Bowen was on the right. I'm not sure
Yeah. I feel like it was on the right side. Yeah.
Is it in his armor or in?
Yeah, it's on his armor. You see the scorch marks there.
Am I still conscious or am I unconscious at this point?
You're conscious, but everything takes effort. Like breathing takes effort.
Yeah. I do take the effort to thank Bowen. I say, thank you, brother.
Oh, you don't know how relieved I am by you saying that.
Together we vanquish this evil.
I saw you perform that task, and I was just hoping I could aid you. And so, thanks for the confirmation, and thanks for doing this, Quintus.
In between laughs, you hear, "You're amazing, Quintus."
I just go down on one knee besides Quintus and put my hand on his arm or something that has some skin exposed. I mean, you're wearing armor, I know, but
but my biceps are also always exposed. Bulging bicep. Look at the character.
Yeah, I know. So I grab hold of your upper arm and I say, "You did well, Quintus. Thank you very much." And my eyes light up a golden yellow color, and I heal some of your wounds as I lay my hand on you.
Can I refuse to heal it?
Here we go again.
You already accepted it once.
It's harmless, but you should be able. Yeah, in previous editions you could, right? There was a saving throw.
Everything.
No, how does harm work? Like the opposite of cure wounds.
Inflict wounds.
Inflict wounds. Is it you don't have a saving throw against that, right?
It's a ranged attack.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, he's trying to refuse it, so make an attack roll.
I'm just asking if I can.
Why would you though?
Yeah, by slapping his hand away, you could. Sorry.
But her hand is not a flap. Just remember that.
I wouldn't be slapping flaps. Yeah.
Slapping the flaps.
Before she lays her hand.
Don't make him laugh.
Yeah, before she can heal me, I take her gently by the wrist. I don't want to crush the wrist, and I lift her hand. I say, "I will manage, Lady Adelief," and I heal myself with what's it called again? The touch.
Leon hands.
Leon hands.
Leon hands. Yes. So Leon is coming right over, and he.
Leon.
And I use the full 23 hit points of my Leon hands.
Okay. Not sure if any of those are wasted because you didn't take any damage from this, but from the combat you did.
I used 2 hit points from the Leon hands in the previous encounter.
Yeah, so okay. Well, then you're at 50 HP at the moment.
I see.
No, my current...
15.
50.
50.
What?
50. No. I ended my last session on 2 hit points, so I'm...
but I think someone else healed you then, or you didn't update.
I healed him for 23 hit points.
Oh, okay, yeah.
For 25 hit points. I healed
25 hit points. Yeah, that's not on my character sheet, so missed it completely. So another 25 hit points.
Awesome. The wound is completely gone. Instead, there's this large scorch mark. Like there was a roaring bonfire or something, even though there's not that much ashes, but yeah. Nothing's going to grow here for a while.
Do I recognize the burn mark and do I recognize any accounts from scripture that left a burn mark on someone's shoulder?
Make a religion check.
17 plus. I'm rolling high today. So religion, that's plus 2, so that's 19 in total.
Yeah, well, The only thing that comes to mind that might come close is that some Templars have reported that they have received aid from some otherworldly being, which they refer to as angels, and that they would imbue them with holy power.
Awesome.
Nothing
And do
about
these-
scorch marks or anything, but
Do these angels have names, or particular angels, or?
Well, there is one name you know, and when you look over your left shoulder where the burn mark is, you can see a person that you yourself have called an angel before, as Altleaf just stands there.
in place of where that other
Yeah.
being stood. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's not. It's easy to connect the dots, really, but I'll leave that up to you.
Okay. Well, Quintus passes out. Finally
Then I
gives
walk
into
over
exhaustion.
to Solwing and
Aegis licks him in his face, by the way. With this long,
he needs
drawn
help
out.
getting up, Solwing.
I think I'm going to lie here for a little bit. We did it, oddly.
I think I might join you, and I just lay beside you, flat on my back,
And then
I-
as soon,
looking up at the sky.
as soon as you're there, I'm just looking at the sky and saying, "We did it."
We certainly did.
It was so horrible, but I don't know how. But Quintus did it.
What happened when you tried to help?
I don't even know how to describe it. There were so many voices. It was like terror creeping up on me and trying to get a hold of me, and it really felt as bad as it looks on the outside. And well, that was way too optimistic on my part, so I'm so happy that Quintus actually did it, and that now we are able to fight something which was deemed to be unfightable.
Unfightable. Like that word.
I'm
Indeed,
approaching
indeed.
them, if I may, before this conversation progresses, because I want to.
Yeah.
As you're laying down, I'm coming up close to you, and I'm hearing this conversation, and I kind of interrupted by saying, "Solwing, please continue your conversation in a minute, but can I please see your hands, or your talons, or,
Woo! Here they are.
And I'm looking them over to see if there's nothing left on them, because I just want to be sure. But,
They look burned.
can I make a kind of medicine check to see by what and how deep it runs and everything?
Sure.
Gonna go to roll here. Not that good.
Do you touch him to check this?
Yes.
Ah, it hurts.
Yeah. Okay. Carefully. I've got a lot of medical experience.
Even if you do it carefully, it
Okay.
really does hurt. You do see that I'm actually really hurt, although happy.
So I've got a 5 + 5 is a 10 on my medicine check.
10.
Told you it hurt.
Well, if they are burnt, it's not because of fire. It looks slightly different. But it is charred flesh. But you've never seen anything like it.
So I see nothing nothing corrupting him or something. No strange spots.
No, you don't see anything doesn't mean it isn't there.
I let go of his hands and I say, "Go on." I sit down, in kind of a triangle position between Altleaf and Solwing and Quintus on the other side. So, like that.
So after that whole Sam explanation of things, and knowing that Aedon followers can actually close or disrupt wounds, I thought maybe I can use that power within me as well to help. But it seems to be like a totally different power, so the sun must still be different. It makes more sense now. It was an opposite force. What Quintus did cannot, I think, cannot be conjoined with what I do. Because he was summoning light, and I thought I can do that, but it's different. And it hurt so much when he punched the ground.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I said that I think, and this was maybe even mentioned by someone, I think you might be able to channel your power to achieve something similar, but I think in this case it doesn't. Maybe the different powers don't mix well, or
It felt like that.
I don't know. There's too much we don't know about these things. I'm glad this worked, and now we know how to do it, I hope, for future reference.
I'm not going to try anytime soon, but I do think that there was, like, I'm not corrupted, I think. I feel bad, but I don't feel corrupted. Something crept into my brain, but it's not doing it now.
Me and Bowen will keep an eye on you. And if we see anything wrong with you, we will not hesitate
to help you.
I was trying a joke.
No. That makes Bowen laugh for a second. He seems really a bit put out by everything.
I think actually I would. This might be because we didn't. I don't think it was really mentioned, but this was actually a nice example. I think for Bowen, compared to how you've seen Oddleaf before she stepped into the gate, she does seem to have a bit of a lighter step to her usual. Like when you were traveling with her before, she was really solemn and a bit more quiet. She seems to be a bit more relaxed now, although she still has those outburst moments. But so that's something you might have noticed in the past few days since we met up again.
Okay, cool.
And I need to apologize to you too, Bowen. Like, I didn't recognize Aedon as actually being existent for a long time, because people are weird. And I don't want to say that it's like the god of all things, but I think that I'm at the moment that I'm going to recognize that Aedon exists and is definitely someone of the level of what they would call the gods. Although I'm still not too sure that they're actually beings of might and stuff like that.
Well, thank you for that, Solwing, but I'm quite going into the opposite direction that you're describing, because I suddenly feel, or I don't know if it's sudden, but I feel that the gods are more some, I can't put it into words really. I'm thinking of mathematical equations for some reasons. They don't seem to be omniscient, for example. They seem to be kind of beings and stuff. And that's not a god that I decided to follow when I was younger. I'm kind of having a little crisis of faith, I think.
Never do.
I
mean, we exist, right? Must come from something. Be it Aedon, be it the sun.
In the meantime, you see Sir Gunther approaching you with on his horse.
Because you left him by the roadside. I was just thinking that.
He said, "Where's my charge? Where's the peasant?"
Turned out it was a trap, Sir Gunther. Some cultist bandits.
Why do we keep attracting these vile things?
Yeah, that's another thing, right?
Ooh,
I mean, come on, it's also planned in a way, you know?
I almost forgot about it in the moment, but we should take their robes.
I think we should take everything they have on them.
Yes, I agree.
At least
Okay,
search
let's
them.
get this over
I want to
with.
search them this time around very carefully, all of them.
Okay. Loot?
Loot!
That's what I'm hearing, right? That's
For the first time in this adventure.
No
What is
investigation
it?
check again?
Episode 32.
Hey, you want to make an investigation check?
Yes!
If you
Finally!
just said, okay, make an investigation check.
I want to thoroughly search their bodies because I want to roll my investigation check. Finally. Dang. Well, it's 5 plus 10 is 15.
15. Okay, yeah, so they're carrying stuff. And it's not that hard to figure out what they're carrying at all. Let's start with the archer. He has a black and silver studded leather armor. Looks kind of intricate, might be worth something. He's carrying a normal short sword and not too special longbow. A quiver with some arrows. He has a pouch which contains 4 coins. 3 of which are platinum, 1 of which is gold. And he is carrying a small vial with some
can we clip
purple
these?
liquid inside.
Can we clip these loot sessions and we'll keep those on the channel so that there only clips on the channel as all the loot that we have found. And every time we're like, what did we loot? We can just watch back the clips.
Or you
kind
take
like
note
that
of it.
idea. Yeah, I'm taking a note.
Jasper is already typing.
Nice.
Black and silver leather. Okay. I think. Well, I got the most. I didn't get the weapons, but.
A short sword and a longbow.
Purple potion must be a healing potion, right?
I
don't know, drink it.
Who would be
Drink it.
stupid enough to drink a random potion?
Drink.
We know
drink,
what potion does.
chug,
Come on, you
chug,
guys.
chug, chug. Yeah, because you saw one of them use it.
Exactly.
I know.
It turns you into an abomination which will cauterize this world.
Well, here we see the difference between Bowen and Bowen.
Yeah, Bowen would have already drank it. Well, this Bowen doesn't. Anyway, the other one, the female one, has a rapier, a dagger, a leather armor, also black and silver, and another one of those vials. She also has a pouch with 2 platinum and 8 gold.
She take my money.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. The priest has some black and silver robes. He's also wielding a ceremonial dagger, which is encrusted with some gemstones. That might be worth a lot more than the other weapons.
Any symbols on them, or just the gemstones?
No, yeah. There's one opal gem in the middle that you can see a slitted eye carved into it.
Okay, thanks.
And he has a pouch with 4 platinum and 13 gold.
Ah, the rich bastard. Yep.
And the swordman was wearing a plate
Also a
armor.
small file, or not?
Yeah, also a small file, sorry. The swordsman was carrying a black and silver plate armor, but there's nothing left of that. It shattered to pieces as he grew in size. What does remain is his greatsword, which looks kind of dark, but it's also it's not that special. Like its hilt is strapped with black leather and stuff like that. But
Okay.
and he has some. There's a pouch lying a bit further away with 2 platinum and 9 gold. So the total amount of currency you should have is 11 platinum and 31 gold.
So kind that he threw his pouch away just before it transformed.
No, just it flew away as he burst out of his armor.
But didn't the priest kind of guy have an armor piece under his clothing? I thought he had.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, he has a breastplate. Yeah,
Breastplate.
also black
No.
with silver.
The silver linings, how do they look? Are they evil and twisted? Like, for instance, the Warhammer armor or the Warhammer Chaos armor? Or are they straight lines? Or
No, most of them just emphasize the muscles or stuff like that. They look kind of nice. Some of them have these nice little swirlies in them, and they look. It's more decoration, but it's not evil or menacing to look at all. Apart from
Okay.
the obvious connotations, it's actually kind of nice. In another adventure, it would be cool to wear this armor.
not on my watch.
What's wrong with wearing black in this adventure, though?
I don't know, if you want to associate yourself with these guys, then
I am
and
wearing
don't say
black
anything's
armor.
wrong with that. I mean,
No, but that's why
for,
I said we need to take this, and maybe we can arrange some place where we can store it. So if we ever find out like a meeting place or something like that of these occultists, then we have
It's not the first
infiltration
time we'll
clothing.
dress up as bandits.
also, I hate you guys for screwing up my names, but you can call the elixirs Oculate if you want.
Good. Well, now you've done it.
It's the struggle
yeah.
for every DM coming
Yeah.
up with a coin and then your players butchering it beyond all recognition, or even
Hey.
worse, into recognition. But don't worry, Rocher. I still think that Okul and O2 are two awesome names for
They are.
things.
They are.
They're very memorable and they are awesome.
They are
They are cool.
oh so cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. Oh, thanks.
So I say, hey people, we've got a lot of stuff. I can put some of it in my coffer, but not all of it. Maybe we can put it on the horses or put it in a big bag.
What did you have in mind to take with you?
Well, we
That
can
was,
stuff a lot of things into the breastplate, because that's kind of a hard shell. And then put the rope around that one, and then
And make
bind
a
it all
bundle.
together. But the longbow and the rapier might be a bit, and the greatsword might be a bit large to carry.
Can we
I
strap
can,
it to Gunther's horse?
yeah, but like,
We all have horses, by the way.
yeah,
Except for
but
Quintus and Solwing.
There is room on my horse, but should we really take?
Horse? Oh, Gunther, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, but should we really take stuff that belongs to these evil characters?
Yes, we should.
I pick up the greatsword and move it around a bit and say it's just a greatsword.
If you want to be sure, I can take 10 minutes and find out if anything is magical.
That makes sense.
I think it's better to be safe than sorry in this case.
Okay.
And the big guy.
Since you
and he
already
points-
touched it, Bowen, would you mind putting the bundle down on the ground, and I can just take 10 minutes? I walk around. If you were putting it down, then
Yeah, sure. I can kind of do the same thing, I think. So maybe we can reinforce each other in that ritual.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do this together. So
The
I
thing
start
is,
drawing.
I need a kind of 100 GP gem for this, but
He means detect magic, not identify. I think.
I wanted to identify, but I'm lacking
But
again.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
wouldn't.
talking about detect magic.
Yeah, that's the cheaper solution to discover if there's
No,
anything.
it doesn't spend the gem. I just need one.
Okay.
But this is my reasoning, or one of the, because I am really curious to find out if these potions or these vials would give off some magical aura, or if it's something, like for example, if it's chemistry, then it might not show up as being magical.
Okay, you detect first, but I really have to get this. A pearl would be great, an owl feather.
Isn't one of the
I've got
gems?
the owl feather, but I don't have the pearl.
Isn't one of the gems on the ritual knife we just found enough?
Yeah,
Uh,
I will
I'm
detect
looking at-
magic if it's not magical. You can just take the gems out of the armor.
Is there a pearl in that thing or not?
No. No, it's
We need diamond,
you're
rubies.
not that familiar with gemstones, I think, but there's a green, a red, and a yellow gem. The yellow one being in the middle. And the green and red on the
nobility,
both sides.
Can I identify?
And it's like
those
this
gems?
this crooked blade, like this, like
Yeah, I
actual
understand.
ceremonial sacrificial
Chris
dagger
knife.
thing. A Chris, yeah.
I
thanks.
think I would know pearls, right? I've done.
Yeah,
pearl.
yeah. You recognize what a pearl is, but
No.
you're not
Anyway,
sure
well-
if that's an actual
So-
ruby, an actual
Yeah, or
emerald.
what the worth is and that stuff. Yeah, I understand.
I start drawing some patterns and lines around the bundle in the middle, and sit down, cross my legs, and open my eyes, and the spell takes effect, and I can detect magic.
Well,
I'm
those
still doing it with him, with her. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
those
so
files
then we're
are
both
definitely magic,
okay, but that's interesting. That's
and so is the
interesting to
dagger.
know. Oh, okay. So don't rip out the gems. But what did you help out with? Just with the ritual for detect magic?
Yeah. I can
Yeah,
do it
because
too.
I think
so.
it would be great that we both make this circle with different symbols and different lines.
Yeah, would be
but-
cool.
But for some reason,
And then the whole
they-
spell explodes.
no, but-
That'd be awesome.
it's two different. It's two different, completely different styles. But for some reason, they flow into each other.
That would be
And,
cool. Yeah, I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, me too.
And if it explodes, it's the cheapest explode spell we have. So let's do it.
Then we found
Yeah.
that out. and
Only
then we
takes 10 minutes to
magical
cast,
traps.
right? That's,
Yeah. So there's a monster approaching. Let's start casting magic together.
Well, fun fact: we've once protected Jin's character in another campaign for 10 minutes because he was casting Call Lightning.
that used
That
to.
was the whole. That was the whole goal of that battle.
But then a round lasted 1 minute instead of 6 seconds.
yeah.
yeah, that's true.
And Call Lightning took 10 minutes to cast.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay, so we've done that. So the knife is magical and the potions are magical.
Yeah, the knife clearly has some enchantment on it. But potions, yeah, what would that be?
Transmutation.
I think transmutation is a good one. Yeah.
I would guess, as we've seen the
Conjuration.
effects of one of them.
No, it's not really conjuration, I think. That's more the summoning thing, right? It's calling
Oh, yeah.
something.
I
into
can imagine that
existence.
as well.
This,
You're
this
summoning-
actually changes. Yeah, it might conjure some energies, but not an actual.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, in that sense.
Yeah, so it's all of them. No.
There's a bit of abjuration in there.
Just a pinch
No, but
of,
it's
salty
mo-
pinch of.
The strongest among them is definitely transmutation.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. All right. Anyone in particular want to keep these potions on their person?
I can keep them in my cover, so as to I'll pet them in one of the little boxes I have.
Sure.
Hey, be careful with them. Sir Gunther
Yeah, I
said.
won't drink them. Sorry, that was kind of dry humor. I had to laugh a bit at that. Sorry.
Can I have 1 or 2 of the coins?
Oh, you can. Of course, you can. Yeah. Do we want to divide them, or do we just want to keep them at the central location? I don't care either way.
Me neither. I'm fine money-wise.
Yeah, if you just give me 1 or 2, then I think I'll manage.
Do you want a platinum or a gold one? Then?
I've never had the. You call it
Let's give
platinum
him
one?
2 platinum.
I don't mind. Okay, here you go, 2 platinum.
Is this worth a lot?
Yes.
I do get pulled around sometimes, I think.
It's worth a lot. It's like you can at an inn you can probably buy like what shall we say, about 20 incredible meals.
I think even more. You can probably stay there for a month, maybe even 2 with 2 platinum.
With 2 platinum, yes, you can. Maybe. Depends.
Depends on the
Depends
end.
on what kind of inn it is, but
Yeah.
it can last you long.
Yeah, I'll spend it wisely.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Bowen wouldn't say that actually. Okay.
shall we try and help Quintus up?
Yeah, he's still fully knocked out. He's
We can
snoring
just,
now.
if we put him on his lion, on Aegis, then I think the
Yeah.
lion would carry him.
So I'm looking towards the horizon and just seeing the city lying there because we're not that far off.
No, it's actually not that far anymore.
Yeah.
You can see the fortress standing there. It's it's on a bit of a hill slope. It's not that high up, but the fortress rises above it. You can see some farmlands in the distance with some farmhouses and a small town.
So I say to the others, let's for once get to the next location and to safety, probably within a day's journey, right?
Might be
Yeah.
prudent, says Sir Gunther. Let's help the man up.
We could make- like theoretically, we could make it to the next town today, right?
no, it's just 1 hour ride from here. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, but I mean the town after it. We could reach that at night, right? With horses.
No.
I didn't think about that.
I think
Kirverlow is next town, and you can't reach that. You need another half a day ride.
yeah, but we left in the morning and we would arrive at 12 o'clock in the afternoon at Standel. So if we like only take small break there, then we can reach Kiverlow at the evening, because that's the other half of the day, right? That was our original
No,
plan.
because you already took a long break because someone wanted to get a
I
long
think
lunch. You could get there by nightfall, maybe in the middle of the night.
That's
But
just.
you weren't in a rush, though, right? I mean, where's this coming from suddenly?
I have no idea if we are in a rush.
I remember when we exited Woudfort that we had that talk, and that the common consensus was we can actually reach Kiverlow if we just spend the entire day with horses. Well, you can.
That doesn't sound familiar at all to me.
But
You can watch back the previous episode.
I've been to Standel before. It has an amazing inn. It has lots of inns actually. One of them is the Chalice, where I've stayed with my parents before. Like, it would be an excellent place to spend the night.
Okay,
could use
then
some
let's
rest.
go there.
So that's good.
So Gunther says, I
if you
know
want to
from
burn
my-
through those platinum pieces, it is. Yeah.
So
It's
Gunther
home,
says,
it's
I
home to
know
the
from my...
Crimson Order, is it not, Sir Gunther?
Sorry?
It's home to the Crimson Order.
I think so, my dear. And he
The Order of the
gives
Crimson
number.
Sun.
Yeah, this is home to the Order of the Crimson Sun.
But what were you
Well,
going
let's get to
say,
Standel,
Gunther?
and then we'll see what happens, right?
So we help up Quintus.
Yeah, you help Quintus, hanging over Aegis.
Mhm.
And then, Aegis seems to listen to what Oddleaf's telling it. Seems kind of enamored with the Oddleaf to begin with. And
Go give it nice little scritches behind the
Yeah.
ears.
exactly.
If you know the song Floppy from You From Attack.
Yeah. Anyway. So you continue your journey towards Standel, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. You don't arrive at the gates of Standel, because Standel doesn't have any gates, except for the fortress itself. But the city, it's not a walled city, it's a small town, actually. That has grown substantially bigger over the years. Like, it's a lot bigger than it was when you were here last. And it seems kind of busy. So during the middle of the day, there is some traffic on the road that you encountered back and forth already. Well, at least back, because forth is would mean they were gaining on you, which doesn't happen. And yeah, you enter Standel, and I'll give you a description right after the break. If you don't mind.
Yeah.
Already at the break, man. This is going so
Yeah, it
fast.
seems like a good halfway point.
I really want to continue that conversation at some point that we started
Which one?
between Bowen and Oddleaf.
You can.
I thought, yeah, I will.
Okay.
Hopefully, if the opportunity presents itself.
Yes. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, so stick around, enjoy the music, and see you soon.
Bye-bye.
And we're back.
Oh, we're back.
We're back for some flap slapping and cook slapping and never mind.
It is happening again.
Slapping. Well,
Slapping flaps.
so, you guys enter Standel, right? So let me pull up the world map. Here we go. So you continue your journey. Oh,
This is so awesome.
Awesome.
you're here now.
Yeah.
Which also means, Michel already did it, I think. You can click city, like so,
I can't sit here.
and it will pop up a whole description of Standel and everything that's to see here. As you can see, there's a map, which isn't that visible on stream, so let me do...
A nice map.
Yeah, we should put these
Very
maps
awesome.
on Instagram as well.
The map is
we
awesome. Man.
can. Wait. Oh, wait.
Roger, you outdid yourself once again.
Yeah, I went for a different approach with this map. As you can see, it's full color.
Yeah, and it looks amazing.
It looks amazing. I even see little farmhouses in the fields.
And not all of them, but yeah. So you enter the town from the west side, past some farmlands, and on your right you can see Fort Standel. And then you walk past some houses. They're nicely, they look kind of nice. Most of them are made from stone and some wood. But it's a big difference from Woudfort. Woudfort is a bit of an older city compared to this one. This used to be just a garrison for the Crimson Sun in the fort here. And a town was built around it as it lay on an important crossroads between the east and the south, and the west, of course. So you walk into the town, and doesn't take long before you enter the central square, where you can see a statue in the middle. Let me see, where is it? Town square, yeah. In the middle of the square, there's a statue of a knight mounted on a winged horse. The knight has his helm under his arm, while the rest of his body is covered in full plate armor. He's sporting a glorious white mustache, and his head is mostly bald, except for two short mohawks running along his scalp. He has a regal look on his face as he looks down on the town square. And you can see a beautiful crafted longsword hanging from his left side, and in his left hand he holds a shield with the emblem of a rising sun on it. Beneath the statue, there's a plaque, and it says Knight Marshal Renard Standel, after whom the fort and the town were named.
All right. And
Cool.
going by the white mustache, are we seeing a painted or colored statue?
A wide.
Oh, white. I thought
Yeah.
a white.
No, he has this really bushy, almost
Okay,
curling
awesome.
mustache.
And he has two mohawks, you said, right?
Yeah,
That's so cool.
Oh, that is
yeah.
so awesome.
They run parallel along his scalp. They're about this high.
Is there a quote beneath it saying,
No.
I pity the fool?
No.
Okay.
I double petite fool, but
I double pity the fool.
yeah, it's about his size in mohawk, but yeah,
All right.
little slanted to the left and the right.
Awesome.
Cool.
Cool.
It's a busy day. It's the middle of the day, and people are going. Oh yeah, it's the end of the afternoon once you arrive, and people are going around their business. There's some market stalls set up here. People are selling food on the street. Yeah. What do you want to do?
Well, if a merchant, or if we're close to a merchant stand or anything, I would just like to approach and say, excuse me, good sir. We've just arrived to town, and we are actually traveling towards Brentwick. Do you know if we could reach the next town before nightfall? Or
Huh. Need some
How's
pretty
the-
fast horses for that. It is
How's the-
doable.
okay, how's the road to Kiverlo?
Kiverlo. Well, it's it's all right, I guess.
All right, no reports of bandits, brigands, or other.
No, except for the weird stuff happening at the quarry, but yeah, that's all been locked off. So
weird stuff happening at the quarry. That sounds interesting.
oh yeah,
What is it? What's happening at the quarry?
oh yeah. Well, we don't really know. It's being closed off at the moment, and yeah, the work has been halted. And there's some investigations going on or something. There was this a couple of days ago. There was this weird flash in the night sky, and yeah, some weird stuff happened there. I guess people are talking about monstrous creatures. I don't know.
Okay, well, it sounds like it might not be safe to travel to Kiverlo tonight. Then,
Well, it should be. I
okay,
don't know. Well, what's safe these days, right?
Okay, then bye.
right, yeah. Thank you so much for your information, sir. And what does he sell? It's like a fruit stand or something.
He's actually grilling some meat.
I'll take some of the meat.
Yeah, it's a skewer with some
Red.
meat on it.
Yeah,
No idea what meat it is.
No, I just give a few coins for two of the skewered meat things.
People started go missing around these parts.
And I thank you kindly, sir. Have a nice evening. And I walk back to the group and hand the 2 skewers over to Solwyn.
Ooh, that looks delicious. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You see that I actually have trouble holding the skewers.
Yes.
No, it's talents are scorched.
Exactly.
You're still in pain.
You
So
want
I
me
start punching on them
Okay.
quite
So-
intense.
That's probably a thing I should have asked, because I was so intent on finding cursed stuff in his hands that could a simple cure wounds kind of cure that?
Might.
Yeah, so I see him handling his skewers, and I say, "Wait a second," and I cast cure wounds on him. Which is 8 hit points.
Nice. That closes up the wounds at least.
Awesome.
Right.
And then some.
I misinterpret this. I do feel a lot less pain in my hands, but I misinterpret it and I say, I'm very sorry, Bowen. I should have asked if somebody else would have liked some too, and I give you one of the skewers.
Oh, thank you, I say, and start eating.
So I've asked, and the road should be clear to Kiverlo, but there have been some problems in a quarry nearby, and reports of a flash of light in the sky and monsters roaming about. So they said it might be fine to travel this evening, but with the luck that we have with traveling, we might want to stay here for the night and travel by day. Also, it would give us some time to ask around and maybe see what is exactly going on at the quarry.
Why?
Is Quintus awake right now?
Up to you.
Okay, so Quintus is awake, though a bit groggy. He doesn't say much, but he listens. And when you say he said stuff about the quarry, he says, "We must hurry to the quarry and help these people. We must defeat all evil, I think."
I see the Sleeping Beauty has awoken.
Objectively, or just, from your viewpoint?
And to whom are you speaking right now?
To all three?
It's just something that people say, Bowen.
Okay.
It's the biceps man.
I never get it right, so...
Don't worry, I didn't meant it literally.
Kind of like the cat, though.
But I do think Quintus has a point. Not about the whole vanquishing evil part, because I think if we should vanquish all evil, then we're never going to get to Brentwick. But I do think that since we know what we know, we should check out if it has anything to do with corruption. And if it does, then...
Yeah,
maybe
or
we
with
should-
those cultists that we came across.
Yeah, so I think that this afternoon we proved that we can actually make a difference.
I do think that
I
not
feel
all problems in this world are our problem.
No, you don't, because we have tackled every problem since I met you.
Well, but that's because all these problems came flying at our face at high speed. But we need more information. We can if we stay here for the night, we can ask around, see what we learn. I'm assuming that the nightly order here might know more. The merchant said they had the situation in hand. They closed off the quarry. So
Sir Gunther, when you mentioned the nightly order over here, Sir Gunther looks a bit anxious. He says, okay, so if you want to go to the Knightly Order, then that's fine. I'll stay here in town.
Are you not on good footing with the Order here, Sir Gunther?
Well, let's say that Knight Marshal Nicholas is, and I are not the best of friends.
Okay.
How can that be? You're such a likable guy.
You really mean that, Bowen?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you ever caught Sir Gunther? Have you ever caught Bowen in a lie?
No. Of course not.
Although I must say, I lately have been discovering sarcasm, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Excellent.
Okay. But Sir Gunther says, well, we don't see eye to eye at the moment. So, if you want to ask if you want to ask the Knightly Orders, then by all means. But I will not be joining you.
Well, let's go find us a place to sleep for the night, and then those that want can go into town. So the chalice that I was talking about is right here at the town square. And I look around and I look at Bowen and then at Solwing and then at Sir Gunther and then at Quintus, half conscious on a lion. But maybe we should find one of the other inns in town.
Actually, I've been thinking about this, and as a person of the faith, I have my ways to gain rest at certain religious places, and I think this town has a small church, so maybe
about
it's time I'm going to sleep there.
And Woudfort, you actually heard something about this small church, because this town was resistant to any church being built here. So small church, as it is called, is actually in a residential building. So they made a house into a church because Nicholas didn't want any church to be built here.
I don't think that would be the way to go, Bowen. I tried that. Did not work out at all.
No, you
If we always...
Quintus says, I think it's a fine plan, Bowen. We must go to the church.
Last time I you missed it, Quentin, but the last time I slept at the church, I was almost assassinated by a follower of Akul, so...
If we let the past guide our future actions, we certainly will never sleep again.
Beautiful words. Let's go to the church.
Want to go to the...
Results obtained in the past are no guarantee for the future.
I once read in one of those books that you always see called The Lonely Estes, where they really recommended the Crossroads as being a very nice place, one of the more popular places to stay here.
Okay.
So those that don't want to, we can try that.
Sir Gunther says, and I have previous experiences in Grey Nuggets. It's dwarven establishment.
Ooh, that might actually be interesting.
Yeah, actually, and you notice, Altlief, that if you look at the map, that whole blue area is more or less a dwarven district. Like there live a bunch of dwarves all together. And there is a pretty significant dwarven population in this town. It's mostly human still, but the other towns you visited were by far more human than this town. There's more diversity here. You don't see any elves, but you do see a lot of dwarves and some halflings.
Well, we should go there then.
A single gnome here and there.
I've always loved the interactions that I've had with dwarven business.
Okay, let's go to the dwarves then. Quintus is reluctant and he says, no, Bowen and I will sleep at the church. very adamant about it.
Shall we meet up later then?
Sure. Cool. Let's go
Are
to
you taking out your
small
note, Roger?
It's actually in my D&D room. So it's
you're
not
writing
there.
a new one.
I'm writing a new one.
Always split up the party, you fools.
Yes.
Pity the party.
Never call you fools.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Don't split the party, you idiot.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you're not getting Altleaf into a church that easy.
I'm not going to do that again as well.
No.
I have a craving for a church right now.
Yeah.
Sir,
so you
sir,
feel-
excuse me, sir. The young boy tries to get Gundar's attention.
The Gunther looks over his shoulder and he says, yes, young man. Can I
Yeah,
help
so-
you with?
So sorry to bother you, but might you be Sir Gottlieb?
Yes, Gunther Gottlieb.
Yes.
And your name, young man?
I'm Pierre, but I have a message for you. Here?
Okay, and he takes the message. He says, thank you kindly. Is there a seal on the message or is it just an open
No,
letter?
it's a folded note.
Folded note. Okay, so he
Yeah.
opens the note.
It just says, meet me at Crossroads. G.D.
God damn it.
Yeah, got yeah.
GD, goddamn.
The young boy is standing around, looking at you expectantly.
Okay. He takes a silver coin and he flips it over to the boy.
Oh, thank you so very much, sir.
And thank
God's
you.
blessings
young lad.
on you, upon you. And he runs away.
I raise an eyebrow to Sir Gunther. I'm not asking, but if he wants to share, then share. Otherwise, not is what the eyebrow means.
It seems I have an invitation. I think I will go to this alone, he says. I've seen an earlier note that said, split up the party, you fool, so...
Yeah. So, Solwing,
Idiots.
you want to join me to the Grey Nugget then?
Sounds like a new adventure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Gunther says, I can show you the way if you listen to me closely. And he gives you directions, but you know, Outleaf, that these are the complete...
So from one of the
direction
points on the
completely
town
wrong.
square, I already saw a inn sign further down the road. So thank you very much for the directions, sir. And
My pleasure.
Oh, Gunther, might you know the direction to a church here?
No, you can ask Quintus. I think he can find it. He has a
Oh,
nose for these things.
Quintus, do you know where it is?
Of course, he says, and he sits as straight upon his line as he can possibly do right now with this groggy head and the sore body. But he strides into the direction of small church.
Oh, see you in the morning.
aren't we meeting up later?
Exactly.
Are we?
Meet up
Are we all
where?
going to do our own investigation and meet up in the morning and see what we find out?
I was just going to pray and then do a lot of sleep, I think.
Okay, that's fine.
My thoughts exactly, says Quintus.
Gunther, before you leave then, if anything happens, or if you need us, send someone to the Grey Nugget.
Yes,
If you
I
can't
will.
come yourself.
Yes, I will. I will take care of myself. I will meet you up later.
Okay. And with that, me and Solwing, I assume, are walking towards the Grey Nugget.
We are walking the other way towards the small church.
Yes, and Sir Gunther makes way towards all destinations.
It's a role-playing thing, Roger. It's a role-playing thing.
And he finally
I
arrives.
hate you guys so much. Yeah, Sir Gunther goes the wrong way.
Yeah, but he eventually arrives at his destination. A bit later.
So you come back to the town square eventually, and you realize that you were standing next to the crossroads when you left.
The town square.
Yeah.
Oddly pointed
After
it
2
out.
hours-
She
after
was
2
like, we
hours-
can stay right over there.
Yeah.
There's a street there.
After 2 hours, Sir Gunther realizes, wait a minute, I've been here before. This looks exactly like the other square.
So the town is not that big. So
Hey,
think it's,
don't
apart from
underestimate Sir Gunther.
Parrot, this might be the smallest town you visited so
Yeah,
far.
do not underestimate Sir Gunther.
No, that's true. I wouldn't dare. Yeah, so who wants to go first?
Sure.
Okay. Bowen and Quintus go to small church. So you head south along the south road, and you don't immediately find the church because, as I said, it doesn't actually look like a church; it looks like a house. Except for you spot it at some point because there's a priest just walking out of it, just an acolyte by his robes. Okay, he has the purple robes on. And you think, this might be it.
Okay.
And
So I look the house up and down and give a big sigh and approach the acolyte that I see. And I say,
good
hello.
afternoon, brother.
Hello, brother.
You're not from around here, are you?
Oh, I'm from near Perot, from the cloister.
Oh, Greenhold.
Sorry?
You're from Greenhold.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, I am.
You're a long way from home.
Well, yeah, I guess I am comparatively to closer by. So
Sure.
yeah, sorry, I'm in a bit of a mood. I'm seldom in a bit of a mood, but I am today. So you are certainly addressing me on a day of where I'm having a mood. So sorry.
That makes me so sad. Yeah, is there any way I could help you, brother?
Well, if you can say that our Aedon is indeed an omniscient being made purely out of ethereal matter and is not a powerful normal being at all, then I would be very glad.
Well, I wouldn't go as far as to deign to know all those things to be the actual truth, but of course Aedon is a god and not simply a powerful being. I mean,
Okay. This makes me more sad right now, so let's not go this road. Anyway, might you have a room to spare this evening? We are on a journey to Brentwick, me and this...
we always have a room for fellow laity. And will the Templar be staying as well? Good afternoon,
Yes, of
sir.
course. Good afternoon.
Yeah, you can share a bedroom if you want.
Yes, it's no problem to me. I am used
All
to
right. You should speak to Brother Zacharias inside. And he might provide you with some lodging if you prefer.
Then we'll do that. Yes. And I walk inside.
Well, you enter this small church. It's the best way to put it. It's you immediately after a small entrance, you immediately come into the main hall, where there's a number of benches lined up in rows, and there's this dais with speakers table. And you see some Aedon decorations. No, not the speakers. No, it's speaker
There's a rave
apostrophe
going on.
S table. Yeah. There's some banners hanging with Aedon's eye and some other decorations dedicated to Aedon, but it's nothing too permanent, so to say. Nothing carved in stone or anything like that. Most of the stuff that this church has been built of, at least the objects of faith, are easily movable. Like they could wrap up the whole chair in a day and move to another house if need be.
Yeah,
Not that they would, but still.
I understand.
There's some
take a look
other
around.
priests walking about, going about their business. One's cleaning, one's praying, one's talking to another one. And it does take a while to spot a priest, one with a blue robe. You think that might be Brother Zacharias?
Did we hitch our horse and lion on the front? Are there posts?
Yeah,
over
was
there,
there a
or
place? That's a good
do we
question.
just stride in with our mounts?
As you can see on the map, there's a small opening there. There's room for horses to be put in that small clearing between buildings.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay. And I say to Aegis, okay, Aegis, now leave the nice horses alone. We don't want to repeat our mistake from last time.
Well,
And I pet him in the flank, and then I leave Aegis with the rest of the horses.
I don't do any of that sort of thing with my horse, but I do take my cover with me. Oh, Gunter has the breastplate and stuff. I kept the ceremonial dagger, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, then we got Zacharias.
Yeah. I say, brother, do you have a moment to spare?
Ah, yes, brother. And Sir Templar, welcome to our humble church.
I make a courteous
Blessings
bow.
of Aedon be upon thee.
Okay. So Quintus makes a courteous bow, but he makes sure that he doesn't bow lower than the height of Zacharias.
Bowen just gives a slight nod. Yeah. Like
Is
that.
there aught I can do to help you?
Yes, we would like to have some lodging for the evening, for the night, possibly. We are on a journey to Brentwick. I came
to
from
Brentwick.
Pirot. This fellow with me, named Quintus, came from another direction, but we are traveling together right now towards Brentwick, and yeah, we need a place to sleep. And since I've been at inns in the last few towns that I've been in, long story, but I'll not bother you with that. I decided that I wanted to experience some of my faith again in the form of bricks, and that is actually why I'm here now. Well, and maybe
Yes.
some spiritual enlightenment, but I think that will be difficult.
Okay, you hear a small sniff.
Well, you are most welcome, both of you. And I hope you do find your spiritual enlightenment here. Is there anything I can do to help you with your crisis?
I'm not sure we are talking about the crisis just yet, but I kind of view the world kind of binary, and right now it's leaning the way of the other way than normal, and that kind of bothers me a lot.
Why do you view the world as binary then?
I'm saying that like it's an easy thing to mention, but it really isn't, because within that scope there's a lot of things that make up binary stuff, you know. So it's still very complex.
Does it?
What?
I don't think it does. I don't think it's binary at all.
Oh,
think-
I don't.
There's multiple degrees of things.
Yeah, yes.
Like generosity, for instance. You can be a very generous man and give a single gold piece each day to the poor. But you could also give a platinum piece each day to the poor. Does that make one person more or less generous?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Both people are generous, but one is more generous than the other. So it's not binary. They're both not being greedy. They're both being generous.
I think you're confusing a lot of things right here.
It's not a matter of confusion. It's a simple example, and you shouldn't think too much into it. I was merely trying to explain to you that things aren't binary.
So normally I have a lot of difficulties with temperance. Now I have a lot of difficulties with patience for some reason.
Brother Bowen, I'm sorry to interrupt, but do you want to pray with me for patience?
Yes, please. Please, okay. Let's pray.
Okay, let's hold hands.
No.
No. And he just grabs your hand. He says, Holy Aedon, aid Brother Bowen with his patience. Make him think before he acts. Make him always consider the roads that lay before him, and choose his paths wisely. In your holy light, O Aedon.
That's beautiful, Sir Templar. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I open my eyes, I look at both of them, and I'm saying, okay, I'm going to the Grey Nugget, and I walk outside.
He seems troubled.
Yes, he is a very troubled soul, I think, but we can steer him back to the path.
Well, I have duties in the church this evening, but might I suggest you help him through this crisis?
Yes, I will help him through his crisis, but I am in dire need of some rest right now, so I will be...
Of course, I'll have a room prepared for you.
Yes,
it is not much. We're only a small church, after all.
Okay. I think his re-education will start tomorrow.
Wow.
Yes, this was the DM trying to get the party back together.
No, not at all.
We didn't fall for your tricks.
Quintus lets Zacharias lead him to his room.
Yeah, it's a small room. It's more of a cell. Not with bars or anything. The door is yours to lock. But it's just a bed, a small desk, a small oil lamp, and a small window at the back that looks over some gardens from this house and the houses next to it.
Okay, this is more luxury than I'm used to, but it's
okay. Yeah, it's not that big. It's like 10 by 15 feet or something. It's
okay.
No, that's too big. So it's smaller than that. Yeah. I was thinking in squares, and I thought 2 by 3. No.
I normally share the barracks with 12 other knights, so this is very
it's private at least. Yeah.
He says, "Thank you, Brother Zacharias. I will include you in my prayers tonight."
And thank you, Brother.
Oh, sorry. Brother, no, sorry, Knight Captain, oh, sorry, crap, what's my title again? Knight Lieutenant Quintus.
And thank you, Knight Lieutenant Quintus. Have a wonderful evening. And if there's any food you need, you can join us in the kitchen.
I will do so.
Thank you. Oh, before I go, since we have such an auspicious guest here, might I make a small request from you and thine?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, as you can see, our our church here is
Here it comes.
in a small house, and we would like to expand. But the lord of this town refuses to have a church built. Might your
I'm sorry.
He's not of the faith himself, and he doesn't want a church, even though most of his men attend this very church. And we would like to have our own actual church be built here, if at all possible. And if you and your holy order would have some sway into convincing Lord Standel to build a church here, we would be most appreciative.
Please say no further. I will help you with your cause. This slight will not stand.
Thank you most deeply, kind Sir Knight Lieutenant Quintus.
And you too. Thank you for bringing this. Thank you for bringing this to me. I will make sure that I will speak to the Lord first thing tomorrow.
Oh, you will do it yourself. Oh, yes.
If I am not persuasive enough, I will ask my fellow knights if they can join me with the next conversation.
Okay. Thank you. We don't want any trouble, though. It's hard enough as it is.
No problems at all, he says, and he misunderstands your trouble mention. He says, "No problems at all. We will."
Listen, sir. We are somewhat in fear of retribution from the Lord Standel, because if you fail by some ungodly miracle, we might not have a church at all.
Do not doubt, brother. We shall confront this vagrant tomorrow. Mark my words, this will be put right.
Oh dear. Yes. Thank you. Thank you again. If you need anyone, just let us know. Thanks so much. Oh, the raids just entered.
Hey.
Hello, Lady Q, and everyone.
Hey.
Thanks for the raid.
Thanks for the raid, Lady Q. I hope you had a great stream.
Hello.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No.
We are just in the middle of
Splitting up the party.
Splitting up the party.
We arrived in town. We immediately went and split up the party. Me and Solwing went to a inn, and Bowen and Quintus went to a small church where they had some faith discussions, and Quintus just promised the leader of this church that he would help him with a certain problem. Yeah.
We did.
And I think we were about to switch to me and Solwing in the...
Yes, it's true. Okay, yeah, well, fine.
Yeah?
Let's go to the Grey Nugget then.
Yes, please.
It doesn't take you long to find it, because you could actually see it when you turn around the corner. The buildings over there are a bit different from most of the others. So that's those buildings marked in blue. They're tend to be smaller, and while most of the human buildings have pointed roofs, these ones are flat, and they all look a bit like tiny fortresses in themselves. One of the most prominent is the Grey Nugget, in the sense that it has a large wooden sign hanging outside where you see this Grey Nugget, and in golden letters it says Grey Nugget above it. And there's some dwarfs hanging around the door, and they look bored. And there's some traffic on the road there as well.
I just walk past the dwarves that are in front of the door and say, good evening, and I enter the inn. with hopefully Solwing trailing behind.
Definitely.
Yeah, the Solwing is drawing some eyes, but so are you, actually. They look up, and especially when you greet them and say, afternoon. And when you enter the inn, it's actually quite crowded. And you see immediately that the inn also doubles as a tavern. Because this large open hallway where there's a bunch of tables seemingly randomly put throughout the room, and a whole bunch of dwarves just sitting there, and most of them are drinking, some of them are eating, and there's a lot of noise from conversations going about. But there's a lot of people for this time of day in this particular bar, tavern, inn, whatever.
Wow, it's so busy. It must be a really, really good inn.
Yeah, I think this is actually really nice. Let's first get our lodging sorted out for the night, and then we can get a table and maybe get something to eat and drink.
It's lovely.
So I glide over towards the innkeep bar.
Well, there's a bar there, yeah.
Wait patiently until the person behind the bar notices me.
Yeah, well, it doesn't take long before he walks over to you and says, can I help you?
Yes, please. Me and my friend are looking for a place to stay tonight.
Here.
Do you have rooms available?
Oh, here. Yeah, of course, but you sure?
Why wouldn't I be sure?
Yeah, I don't think I really have something in your size.
Oh, that's okay. I'm used to sleeping outside actually for the past few nights, so anything would be welcome.
Yeah, he's not that
I have some extra
big.
blankets. I can put them on the ground.
Oh, no, I think you can sleep in the bed, but you can't sleep stretched out, so to say. But you're welcome to stay here, of course.
That'll be fine.
Won't deny you any patronage.
Yeah, and then I would like a table, please.
Ooh, I think there's one in the back over there.
Oh, I see it. Thank you very much.
Otherwise, you can just join some others. I'm sure they won't mind. I mean, you and your companion seem interesting enough.
What do you want to do with Solwing?
Let's join some others. Because it seems like a good day to be here. It's really crowded.
fine.
You have a very nice inn.
And would you like some ale, maybe? Solwing?
Yeah, let's drink some. What kind of ale do they have?
Dwarven ale, I presume.
Good ale, he says.
Yeah.
Listening to a conversation.
I've never had Dwarven ale, so I'll try
Give
one.
us your finest ale and maybe two plates of food for the evening.
Sure. I'll send it over to your table. I'm sure we'll spot you.
Thank you very much. And then, well, Solwing, sit down wherever you want.
Well, I take the busiest table with 2 spots available, and then I point at that one. That seems to be awesome.
All right. I glide over and I say, good afternoon. Do you mind us joining your table?
The whole
said-
table falls quiet as soon as you approach, and they all look at you.
I
A
immediately
bit confused.
I immediately sit down while she's asking this.
Just
And then all their gaze swaps to Solwing, and then back with you, even more confused.
Hey,
They say, one of them says, sure, go ahead.
thanks.
I take a seat and I would like the DM to describe.
whoa. Just one remark. We have a lady with snow white skin, and she sits with the 7 dwarfs, or
No, it's actually 4. Three of them are male, and one of them is female. They all are completely silent and waiting on you to say something. They all look at either one of you. And yeah, they seem they're all dressed in a similar manner, not that richly. They wear toned down court clothes. Most of them are between blue and gray in color choices. Their hair and beards are worn very differently. The females don't have any beards, but of the female, singular, doesn't have a beard, but she has two long braids coming from behind her head. One of the males has his face filled with hair, very unkempt and just bushy and a bit sloppy. It's completely black, his hair. There's a red-headed one, and there's a chestnut brown colored one. The other two have their beards nicely braided, and the one with red hair has some jewelry hanging in his beard.
Okay.
Are they looking happy? Or are they looking happily?
Well, they were enjoying their conversation with each other, but they're not. But they're looking very curious and interested now.
Hi, I'm Solwing. Is it always this much fun in a dwarven bar?
Well, no, not always. I mean, we don't have anything better to do at the moment, so...
my name is Altleaf, and a pleasure to meet you.
Hello. Yeah, they introduced themselves as well.
Sure. Drop your dwarven names in the chat below.
Well, the Dwarven naming convention is actually very strict in the sense that the males, every name consists of two parts. Their own part, their own actual name, and the name of their father. Or in case of women, their mother. So every dwarven name has you both played Legacy of Time before. It's the same thing.
I know.
Like you have Bill apostrophe Grom, and the Bill Grom's father was called Grom apostrophe Dar. I'm just saying something. I think that's actually right, but those are some examples, and that's what
I
you notice
to
here
say
at the
Dar as
table.
well. So
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry, you were mentioning you had nothing else to do. Might this have to do something with the problems in the quarry that we?
Oh yeah. We work at the quarry, all of us, and it's shut down now. So yeah, nothing to do, right?
What happened there? Because it sounded quite mysterious and strange, almost.
Well, yeah, it kind of was. So a couple of days ago, actually, we were just done with shift when there was this gigantic flash coming from one of the mines that split off from the quarry.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, some people got lost. I don't know. We still haven't heard from them. And I think a day later, there were these bears that attacked the town, but they weren't really bears. But I mean, they were. I got a glimpse of them before we were all driven away by the guard. But they had this crystals growing out of them.
Crystals growing out of them.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
What color?
But I saw it with my own eyes, so...
What color were the crystals?
I mean, it was dark, and they glowed, so blue. Does it matter? Would it
That
have
sounds
been weirder
really
if it was
interesting.
yellow?
And
It just makes a bit better picture in my head.
Okay.
was everyone able to make it out, or
No.
There's still
There's still
people
a
missing.
bunch of people missing.
wow? Who's
Not from our team though, but there's an entire team missing.
didn't anyone go in and try to find them?
Well, the Crimson Sun immediately shut down the quarry, and they're investigating now. So guess we'll wait and drink. Ha!
And they've been investigating this for a few days now.
Yeah, a couple of days.
After the haha.
I think they called in some mages or something.
Oh,
Wow.
after
I don't
the
know.
haha,
It's all the magic-y stuff. I don't know.
Solwyn also holds up his cup, takes quite a sip, and then sprays it back on the table, being like, "I'm sorry," and then I start sipping.
Can I use this moment to come in into the inn?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the door opens, with kind of a big push, and you see Bowen entering, his coffer dragged behind him. I take a look at the inn and see you sticking out of the crowd, and I just say, "Don't ask." And I move on to where I think the kitchens are, and as soon as I enter them, I say, "Here's a gold piece. Don't ask any questions. I'm going to help you." And hopefully they let me, and I start cooking. I seem really.
This dwarven
distraught.
chef is completely flabbergasted, takes your coin, looks at his colleagues in the kitchen, and then just shrugs and lets you go on your business.
Okay, so I start cooking and really throwing myself into the thing, getting some herbs out of my coffer and adding them to some meals and make them really smell nice and stuff. And I want to do a cooking check because,
Yeah, you should do a cooking check because it's important.
dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Yeah, that's... do you share this meal?
No, I'm helping them. I'm just taking over part of the kitchen. Not really taking
okay.
over them, but helping
Well,
them.
you do
cook their meals
inadvertently
for the
cook a meal
clientele.
for both Oddleaf and Solving then. And even if you partake of it yourself, you guys gain a D4 for the next day to spend on any D20 roll.
Nice,
Yay.
thank you. And after 2 bites, I say, "Wow, it tastes like Bowen's."
I think it might be Bowen's cooking.
Yeah, you did notice him come in and rush
Yeah,
towards the kitchen.
Yeah.
As I go into the kitchen, I recognize the herbs. I'm starting to actually be a fine taster of these meals.
I might go over later and ask how he's doing. But for now, I turn my attention back to the dwarves and say, yeah, we are currently traveling towards Brentwick, and we were hoping to reach Kiverlo today. But after we heard the stories about the quarry and all these wild beasts on the loose, we thought it might be safer to travel by day and stay the night here.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So where do you come from?
I come from Ravensvanger Island, or Ravenwing Island, as most people are calling it. It's
Then in the south? Yeah, of course,
it's
in the south because we don't
yeah,
have a
it's in the
sea
south.
in
It's
the
a
east.
small island in the sea there.
Or we do have
My
the sea in the
family
east.
runs a bit of a trading business there.
Anything I might have heard of?
Well, maybe if you're known with the artifacts and items that are made from the coral reefs that the Nero keep down in the ocean.
It's actually pronounced Nero. But,
Yeah, I know.
But no, doesn't ring a bell.
Well, that's what my family is most known for.
And what about you?
I'm from Purple Mountains. It's across the ocean.
Ah, that explains some stuff. Like the fact that you're a bird.
No, I'm not a bird. I'm an Avalon.
Do you have hollow bones? Like a bird?
How else can I fly?
Look like a bird.
Yeah, I look like a bird. I get told that a lot, but I also eat birds for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I don't like to be associated with birds because I don't want to be dinner. I want to be eating it.
Well, you're not a mammal
No.
like we are. We also eat mammals.
That's got a point.
You're a bird that also eats birds and mammals. And we mammals also eat birds.
I want to eat a bird. And you're not a dog.
No. But it's like this broader category of stuff.
Oh,
my God!
nice
Do you
dwarf.
have a dwarven biologist at the table here? Classification of.
He's overqualified to work at the quarry. But,
Oh,
Jasper has been making secret rolls.
yeah, he rolled an 80 if you want to know. Don't know why. Or for what.
no, it's an impulse thing. Sorry.
So I don't have anything in particular. Like I feel like we got all the information that we can get from these guys. I mean, I think I've asked all the questions that I could think of
Well,
concerning the quarry. But
if you want to, at some point, one of them says, "Well, if you want to know more about stuff that's happening at the quarry, you might ask Mardal." No, not Mardal. I think it was what's it called?
I might know this actually.
Yeah,
Nicholas
Rekmar,
Campbell.
his son.
So, wait, Reknar? Oh,
Rekmar,
The
like the son of
runesmith.
Mardal. Rekmar.
Yeah, where can I find Rekmar?
Well, you got this runery a little up, farther up the road, and then take left.
Okay. Yes.
I'm not sure he's open for business anymore. 'Cause it's getting late, right?
So
Well-
we need to hurry then.
We can do it in the morning.
Or we need to hurry and do it now because he's not sure.
Well, I think now it's time to relax, have a drink, have something to eat. Maybe go and ask Bowen.
You do make a point because I'm not going to finish this beer anytime soon.
No, but early birds get to work, man. Right? Yeah. Do you eat worms?
No, I don't. I eat birds. I just told.
Just birds. Nothing else.
Well, Bowen's cookings. Here, try one of
I
these.
don't know what a bowen is.
No, try one of these taters.
Tater.
Try it.
So you do eat taters, okay? Okay.
Try
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's Bowen for
I
you.
think I actually might get up and see how our friend is doing.
Yeah,
Right.
that might actually be good.
That's what I do.
I think he's
I-
doing well because he's cooking like perfect.
Yes, but I feel that there's a hint of anger cooking in there,
cooking.
or sad cooking.
It's a red
I
hot
don't know.
cooking. No.
It's a piece of art for sure, but usually there's some emotion that gets poured into the art to make it this exquisite.
Okay, so you go into the kitchen.
Yeah, I go into the kitchen.
Immediately, you're stopped by a dwarf who says, "I mean this in the nicest ways possible, but can you humans just stop entering my kitchen?"
I'm terribly sorry, good sir chef. I was just hoping to get a glimpse of my friend there.
Oh, he's with you? He doesn't
Well,
say
I
a
know.
word, he's just cooking.
Okay, yeah, I just might go and see how he's doing. If you
Okay,
don't mind, and I'll
take
be
him out of
your,
here?
I'll be out of your kitchen.
yeah, can you take him with you? Because
I can certainly ask.
he's actually a good cook, but I'm not sure what he's doing here.
He likes to cook.
I'm just telling one of the dwarves, if you mash them up like that, they keep the flavor better. I don't know. especially when you add some herbs and just gently put them inside, you know? It makes for a real good bite, especially if you make the outside crusty again after that.
Please get rid of him.
So I'm just watching that with a slight smile on my face, and as soon as he finishes talking to the other dwarves, and I take a few steps towards him. Bowen?
Hey, Audrey.
Will Quintus be joining us as well?
I don't think so. I think he'll be sleeping over in a small church, which is actually a very small church.
Yeah. So the cooking was very nice. It was very good.
Thank you.
Well, you did tell me not to ask, so I won't. But if you want to talk about something, then feel free to join me outside. We can have a talk.
Yeah. And he sits down on a stool in the middle of the kitchen. And he just takes a look at Audrey, and his eyes kind of brim up. And he's just saying, I just don't know what to think anymore, Audrey, about everything. And then he just starts crying in the middle of the kitchen.
I walk over and I pat him on the shoulder and I say, "Please, Bowen, come with me. We'll step outside. Is there a back door from this kitchen to maybe some? I can imagine that there's like an outback where the kitchen staff hangs out and rolls dice in the alley or whatever kitchen staff does when they're not cooking."
I think our dungeon master has lost interest.
No, sorry, I was distracted by something.
So is there a back door in the kitchen to the outside area behind the inn?
No.
Where they get their supplies from or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
like a pantry?
And go out. No,
No,
back
not
door.
to the
There's
outside.
to an outside area behind
No,
the inn.
there's not.
Okay, then we walk through the through the inn. I take you outside, and I just wave to Solwing as we pass by them. It'll be
I
alright.
see Bowen crying. I say to the other dwarves, "I'm sorry, but I think..."
No. I do this like stay put.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And
I think I still do the same because I think we never had this gesture before. So I just misinterpreted. I misinterpreted that it's really bad with Bowen. It's like you need to come now.
I take Bowen outside and see if there's like a bench or something lined up against the wall and sit him down there. And so you don't need to tell me what's bothering you, but if you want to, then feel free to do so. And if you don't, then I will just start talking.
I'm just sitting there, and suddenly I start saying, I'm just experiencing a lot of stress right now. My whole body is feeling fuzzy, and all these emotions are coming out, and there's all these things that you've experienced and that I didn't, and I have to understand what's happening in the world and everything, and there's this other guy who you love more than me, and then there's the gods who are, there's plenty of them, but then there aren't, and then there's other beings who do stuff and might even be mightier, and I'm just wondering, what does it all mean, you know? It's a bit too much for me right now. I kept myself poised, but then in that stupid fight we had earlier this day, all of a sudden I was so mad at you and Quintus, but then after you attacked, they were the bad guys, and we killed them and stuff, and that was a good thing. But that got me confused because we started out bad. If it had been like just normal people and stuff, I would have really been very angry. But now I couldn't be angry anymore. But I still had these emotions in me, and I just didn't know where to put them anymore. And then there was this stuff with the spot, and I'm so glad that I at least got to aid him. And he said that my aiding helped him do the stuff with the mark and stuff. But at the same time, I don't know what my place is in this world anymore. It's like a bad book. So none of yours. It's like another book from a library that I don't want to read. Because it ends abruptly or it ends with tears or something. I don't like those ones. I like the ones that keep a kind of mystery at the end of the story, and people can die. Even the main character can die if you want to. But at least if they die, it should have had a kind of a meaning, or there should have been a follow-up, or you would have suspected that some stuff would still be happening in the world that was set right, or just would have not been set right and stuff. No, it's a lot.
It is a lot. And I've been struggling with it as well. And I think that the others have too. And we don't know what our place is in this world, and maybe we're not supposed to, or maybe we're not meant to, or maybe we just don't know. And maybe we have to find out. Maybe we have to find out together. It's no use tying yourself in a knot for these things. And even though you were not there for you, present in the other realm, you were present for us. And I think that might be why you are feeling the way you're feeling right now. But I don't have any answers. I don't know, and I can't presume to say how you feel or how you should feel or what you should think or what we should find out. But maybe we can help each other finding these answers to these questions. And even what we talked about earlier today with the gods, like we've never really talked about our differences in perspective or faiths, and I don't think now is the correct time to go into those things, but maybe we should sometime talk.
Well, you're always very dismissive,
Well, but I have never claimed to not believe in the existence of Aedon, as Solwing had earlier, for example. I've always known that Aedon existed. But gods to me...
Solwing exits the bar, finally.
Yeah.
And says, I have the answers. That was sign language. They told me, because they said, I shouldn't come to you, but when a friend is in need, you should come to them. And I will next time listen to you, but...
Well, Solwing, now that you are here...
No,
sit down.
Let me finish. It's important. I had to drink the entire beer because it was rude to leave the table. And my friends are in need. And, you guys, friends. That's the answers.
We are, and you are also part of it. Come, sit down.
I sit down next to the other side of Oddly.
This is actually something you might want to hear as well. And we were just talking about the things that had happened to us and not knowing the answers to things and maybe trying to figure them out together. And one of the things that has been a struggle in our group is our different points of perspective to some things like faith and the gods. And I was just talking to Bowen about that and how I never thought that Aedon was not real,
You know what
as
it is,
you
oddly?
explained earlier.
I really have so much trouble with this whole the gods and Aedon thing. It used to be quite simple, and now it's not. And that's not okay in a way, but it is. And the only thing that I have is you guys, you know? You guys are so important. And I don't really care a lot. Do I sound drunk, Bowen? Do I sound drunk? Of course I'm drunk. Have you ever had this Dwarven beer?
I can't say I have. I don't know.
You might have
Don't
to try
try
one later,
it.
but
It's amazing.
easy on it.
It's amazing.
Yes. And
Anyway,
dangerous.
I've never denied the existence of Aedon or any other gods. I've always believed that they are real entities, but for me, they were never entities to be worshipped. And I look down at the ground and I see some ants crawling around. I say, take this for example, and I just take my finger and draw a line into the sand. And to them, we are gods. And I just opened up the world for them. Now, some might see that as a god punishing them, and others might see it as a sign of something greater or something they've done well, or maybe they even needed this crevice in their world for something. We don't know. I don't know. I didn't know why I did it. I just did it because I can. And
I hear what you're saying, but I don't think it's a skill thing. I don't think it is. Because if it's a skill thing, then something bigger has to be guiding us. But I think it's something unseen. And maybe it's big in some ways, but it's smaller in others. And, you know...
but just the fact, because maybe we can't see the entire picture, because we are the ants. And...
No, we
they
aren't the ants. Nope.
We don't see the entire picture. All I'm saying is that whatever, to me, the gods might never have done anything with pure intent. They might have had thoughts and dreams and went about their business, and then our existence and the creation of this world are just consequences of those beings going about their business. And there might be some purpose to it, but I don't think that we can understand those purposes.
We are not the ants. Good look at the ants. They're walking in different directions. No friends.
But I don't know about that souling, but what you're saying, Audrey, you know, I think it is a complex thing, but I think we are always, you know, somewhere in the middle of stuff. How do I make you understand what I'm trying to say? It's not the one or the other thing, you know. It's a combination of everything. And I was saying to this Zacharias guy, anyway, I was saying to him, I didn't drink anyway, but I'm just really confused right now.
I understand.
I was saying it's all kind of binary, and then he went on a kind of logical experiment, but binary things are complex, man, because when you add a third one, there's just another choice to be made, which has the same level of ingenuity as the two choices originally had, but it just gets more complex and stuff. And I think that's what's happening here, you know? Things are getting complex. And when things are getting complex, it doesn't mean that the system doesn't work anymore. It's just that you don't know all the ones and the zeros everywhere. You know, you just have to reassemble them or something. But right now, my mind is kind of ones and zeros that are all scattered. And I
Yeah,
don't know how to comprehend what I'm thinking anymore. This is really getting into some difficult metaphysical stuff that I'm doing here, and I'm kind of getting lost, you know.
But
You know, Bowen,
if
what my
you
mother always told me?
Pack your head.
No. A mother caresses her egg. And it's as simple as that. Sometimes you don't need to think about the whole world and everything that's going on, but you think about your egg, you caress it, and the world is fine. It's fine. So, we are your egg, Bowen. And you are mine.
So I should be stroking you. I don't understand what's happening.
I think what he's trying to say is that you should just focus what's right in front of you and not try to dive too deep into things that are going on. But I'm actually thinking that that might not work for you. You can try, of course.
You know, if I have a nightmare, it's always that I'm lying in these great heaps of straw and stuff, and I have to arrange it perfectly to get out of the steeple, or no, not the steeple. That's another thing.
But sometimes it seems like what you're trying to tell me is that you are unsure of what to believe or what to know. And then I would ask, what do you want to believe in? Or what do you want to know?
I want to see the empty space at the center of a circle that's been constantly added to by strange lines that make the center smaller and smaller, but it just keeps the same. It keeps to be the same kind of important, even though it gets smaller and everything around it gets bigger.
Yeah, I don't get that, but I do feel that Oddleaf said what I wanted to say about the egg.
But the opening in the middle will always be there. So you can focus on that and try to examine that, whatever lines are being added.
But the structure around it is crumbling, man. And I have problems with that structure, the crumbling of that structure.
You know, if we take it the other way around, one of my teachers back at the university actually told me that the problem with knowledge is that there's always more knowledge. At this moment, we know this, and we are unsure about everything that's around there, around on the outside. And if we increase our knowledge and increase that circle, there will always be knowledge outside of that circle that we are unsure of and cannot know. So to dwell on that and trying to understand everything, that might never happen.
And to get back at the egg, you don't know what's inside the egg until it hatches.
Confused. And I think I understand what you're trying to say, and I think that's okay. I think that really might help me, but not in this stage, you know.
No, I know.
I'm
not, but I think that the thing that I'm really trying to say is that I don't want to tell you what to think or what to believe. I think that's totally up to you and for you to find out. And we can talk about these things and
disagree a little bit. Because I do want Bowen to think one thing, which I don't know if he actually thinks it.
That he is a great person.
And that he's important.
Yes, you are important. You are important to us.
Wait, what? What are we getting at? I don't think of myself as important, but I don't think of myself as not important. And the same goes for worthiness and stuff. That doesn't matter to me. I am just here. And that's okay.
Yeah,
But I need the structure around me to fit with my role image, or otherwise it gets a bit weird.
but do me a favor, Bowie. Add that to your, because you say I don't care. Why don't you care?
No, it's not important for me. I'm okay. I'm okay with not being exceptional or
But
the opposite.
I'm not okay with you not accepting the fact that you are an important person to me, because that makes.
No, I'm okay with it's not important to me. I'm not saying that I might not be an important person or something. But that's a different thing.
No,
I
but
don't care about that part.
I'm telling you that you are an important person, and if you do not accept that, then there's this dissonance between us now.
No, well, no. Oh, wow. Anyway, I
Are you threatening him?
okay. It's okay if you're saying that I'm an important person to you and everything. That's okay. I like that, but it's not. It's not. It's the other
It's
thing.
not
you know?
what it's not what you're looking for.
No.
No.
It's okay for me to be important to someone else, or it's even you're important to me as well. But that's not what defines me. Being important to someone or not being important.
And
Doesn't
what do you
define me.
think that? What do you think defines you then?
That's what I like to know too.
My fate. The way I have structured my life around my fate. Because I had troubles at first because I couldn't understand the thing that was not like me. But then as I started to think about it over time, I could give it a place in the middle of everything else. But the place has shifted.
When I look at you, I don't see someone that's defined by their fate. I see someone that is formed by their fate.
Why are you telling me this, Oldrief? You've changed.
I think I have changed. I hope I have changed. Because the person that I was, I don't want to be her.
Is this the person you were 3 days ago or like 3 years ago or something?
Longer ago. But I'm still trying to come to terms with who I want to be and what I want to do. I'm still figuring it out. I don't have all the answers. I hope I will one day. But until that time, all I can do is just do what I think is right.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think your fate defines you now. You are more, much more than your fate. And this might sound like some of our old discussions, but in some things maybe the fate is holding you back a bit. And I'm not saying that it's not important, but you focusing on that fate might be stopping you from finding another purpose or another way of defining yourself.
Okay. I think for this evening I will be counting straws in my sleep, reassemble myself somewhat. But I will take to heart what you both said about the egg and stuff, and well,
I get
deep
that.
thoughts.
Excellent.
I get that the egg was the important thing in this conversation.
No, I added deep thoughts to that. Oddly.
You can talk really pretty, Oddleaf, and I think you're very, very wise.
Well, thank you, Solving. I think you talk just the way you talk, and that's pretty in its own way. And you are very wise as well.
And you are also really important to me, and I'm actually really, really happy that I met you.
As I sit in the middle, I'll just take both of them by the shoulder. Just give a bit of a squeeze.
Meanwhile, at the crossroads, where Sir Gunter has finally found his way
Yes.
and is muted. He has lost his voice.
No, sorry.
There
My
he
voice
is.
wasn't- Yeah.
So you enter the crossroads. It's an inn. There is some places where you can sit down at the table. It's not that busy.
Okay. And then I sit down at the nearest table I can find. No, I sit down opposite to the door. I want to check who's going in and out the tavern. And I
Right.
mind my surroundings, so if there are any suspicious looking characters in this inn, even though it's not busy, I will I will be on my guard.
Well, it's not that hard to spot the suspicious person, because as soon as you enter and sit down, he stands up and from another table a bit in the corner, and he comes walking towards you, and he pulls back a chair and sits down opposite to you.
Mhm.
It's a man, a human, middle-aged, though his beard and his hair is already a bit gray. Yes, a beard like Gunter has, like this big standing beard. He's dressed in clothes that seem bigger than he actually is. Like he's wearing some kind of plate armor underneath it, so it makes him look a bit bulky. Around his neck, he wears this cloth piece that hangs over his left side, and it's completely green. No discernible markings or anything. And apart from that, he's wearing a black tunic over his breastplate, because you can see it a bit bulking through. And some black pants with some armor plates wrapped around it with leather straps. At the side, he's brandishing it's sheathed, a nice nice-looking longsword with a green pommel at the end of the blade. But even the hilt itself looks very rich. A bit out of place for this tavern. He has a scar running down his face from his left eye all the way down to his cheek. And his left eye is a bit squinted because of that, probably.
Oh, okay.
But he sits there and he regards you quietly for a moment. And then he pulls up the cloth piece, and he reveals a pin in the collar of his tunic with an emerald key on it.
Okay. Wait.
And he says, "My name is Gerard de Mol." I think that's a good place to end the session.
Awesome.
Gerard Demon.
Gerard de Mol. I will be taking notes right now.
From the Emerald Key Order.
Yeah, the Order of the Emerald Key. That's, that's
I'm
exactly
presuming.
correct. Yeah.
I don't know the knightly orders by heart, but it seems that
Gerard de Mol, you said?
Deumel, like 2 mountains. Deumel.
Deuksmond.
Deuksmond.
Deuksmond. Awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
very
also
mysterious.
awesome. What the heck was this session even? I mean, talk about Crises of Faith, right?
Yeah. never expected
that's the title of the episode.
Jasper, you're muted.
Never expected to be the most faithful person in the group after playing Thomas.
Maybe the most faithful person in the world. I was laughing so hard when you were actually the priest who just gave advice to the other priest, and then he was like, "Could you do something? Do something for you?"
Oh my god, that's gonna be so.
It was so funny.
Yeah. I mean, we can just watch him destroy the church from the inside out. It's perfect. Actually.
It was really
just
fun
kidding.
conversations. I really liked it.
I
was
really
kind of-
loved your bit. You three, you were excellent. I really loved the final conversation.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
it was all
that's,
scripted.
This is all scripted. Yeah, it was really good. Tended to be a bit vaguely philosophical at some points. But I liked Drunk Soulwing a lot as well.
It was
I
a
like
nice
Drunk
addition to the
How
conversation.
he came in with the egg. I loved it.
Yeah, so awesome. Thanks, guys. It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone in chat. Thanks, Lady Q, again for the raid. I think we should raid someone too. And I think our good friend DM Shanks just went live. So we might go raid him. Just a suggestion. If
That's a
fair.
good suggestion.
Anyway, tune in tomorrow for an episode of Jasper's Laboratory,
Yes.
where you're going to talk about DMing.
Yeah.
Hey,
Escaping.
are you doing my stuff now? Because what
You were looking up the raid thing, so
Yeah,
I thought
okay,
I
but
fell
then
in the void.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. I'll give you that then. Go on. Do it.
Go on then.
Do I have to say it or what?
Yeah. It's
It's
your
my
thing.
turn?
It's your
Okay.
thing. You
So,
can say stuff.
I'm doing how to plan an escape, and also at the same time do some foreshadowing during the escape, for which your party might have no context yet, but things might get relevant later. Okay, that's a silly thing to say again, but I think everybody understands what I'm getting at, right? Or not?
Yes.
I don't know. Okay.
Just say yes, guys.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. For me, next week on a Monday, we're back with Parallel Projections. I think we might be playing Dust City Outlaws, do another one-shot of those, because the last time we liked it all so much. We don't know yet who's joining us that evening, and if there's too few people, then we might end up doing something else. The day after, next Tuesday, it's Talking Void. Yeah.
What?
Back to
Right.
Jasper. Yeah. Talking Void.
So and I will have a guest with a subject.
Exactly. We don't know what and we don't know
Forget.
who, but it's going to be awesome because I like Talking Void.
Indeed.
It's always awesome.
It is.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for watching. We hope you had a great time. We did. So we'll be back with Precipice of Dreams in 2 weeks, and we'll continue our journey towards Brentwick, even though it's going very, very slowly. But anyway, I hope you tune in then, and we'll see you all later. Oh, stick around. I'm gonna host raid DM Shanks.
Bye.
See y'all.